Hey, Merchant Center Mastery. I wanted to respond to a question that I received in comments. Patrick Mahoney-G3I, 9 months ago. I'm so sorry, Patrick. I'm really behind on this and I'm trying to catch up. I actually have a person who's helping me with content now, so hopefully we're going to get into this more. You guys don't care about that. Let me get to it. Um, Patrick Mahoney G3I asked, for some reason, when I get to the point of matching my supplemental source, so we're talking about, he was talking about promotions, but he said he's looking at supplemental data source. When he's trying to figure that out, he doesn't see a primary source available. My guess is that he's in his supplemental source and he's not seeing the option to tie it to a primary data source. However, he says, I have a lot of them. 36 is a lot. That might be overkill. Anyways, so here, let me show you how to do this. We're going to go back into ZATO Works Publishing. Here's what you do, okay? So you have supplemental sources, right? I created this new test feed. I just did a video about this. No supplemental sources are attached to this, okay? As far as I know, there's no way to go into a supplemental source and sync it to your primary source. I don't believe there is. If one of you know how to do that, let me know. But here's how you do that, okay? It's not in supplemental sources. This is why it's tricky. It's in attribute rules. So what you do, and like y'all need to thank me for this, okay? Because this is one of those, like, this is a deep cut, all right? This is a deep cut. What you have to do is go into attribute rules, and we're gonna click on this, the take from rule, the all attributes. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna say add more ways to replace data. Those are your supplemental sources. So now, let me do this again just to make sure you're tracking with me, okay? So I'm in my primary sources. Here are the sources I need to do. I'm going to go ahead and click this one. How was that for a click sound? So now I'm in there and I'm going to attribute rules. And then I click on this one. And now add more ways to replace data. And now you can take from. So now I can take from custom labels. So this is the supplemental source I had in here for a video. And you want to move that to the top, because what you're saying is, hey, I want you to take my value, but then I want you to look at this supplemental source first, and then if there are no values, so you're prioritizing the supplemental source. So like my custom labels, I'd be like, yeah, I want to make sure that that custom labels supplemental source is what's most important. And then if there's nothing there in an ID, then go to the main primary data source. And then you'd apply changes, right? And then that's how it is actually mapped to this. Now, if we go, sometimes there's a little delay. There might be a little delay here. But then what you'll see after a little bit of a delay is you'll see that the custom labels here, you should see it actually then eventually show up where it'll say, since we just selected it, it'll actually say both the data sources that I have will be here and used in. And it does take a little bit of time. So there you go. That is how you take an existing supplemental source. And if you let's say created a new data source before, because when you first create a supplemental source, you're given the option to apply it to specific primary data sources. But that's not possible, again, as far as I know, if the supplemental source exists first and you add in a new primary data source. This is especially important if you're changing data feeds. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. All right. Sorry, I know that question is 9 months late and you probably figured out the solution, and I apologize. But for the rest of you, like, thank Matthew. Peace.